So I'm starting out by priming, and I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi Magique primer, which is a really nice luminous base. So I'm just applying that all over my skin. And then I'm going in with the Benefit Pore Minimizing Makeup, which I've been loving for underneath my foundation. It just helps to minimize your pores and just give you a little bit more coverage and even skin. Then the foundation I'm going in with is the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. And I mixed in a couple of drops of the Australis strobing liquid in the shade Gold just to give it a bit more luminosity. And I'm using my Sigma F80 Kabuki to buff this all into my skin. Then to cream contour, I'm going in with this NYX foundation stick. It's a mineral foundation and I've got the shade Caramel. So I'm just applying it to all of the perimeters of my face and where I want to highlight. And then I'm using the Sigma Angled Kabuki to just buff this all into the skin. I like to use like buffing and pressing motions just to make sure I don't blend too much product. Then for the eyes, I'm priming using MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm just applying this all over the lids for a base. Then to get a nice crisp line, I'm using some sticky tape on the corners of my eyes. And then going into the NYX Beauty School Dropout palette, I'm mixing two light matte shades and I'm just setting my entire eyelid with this just to make sure my shades blend nicely over the top. Then I'm taking this light brown shade and I'm just using this in the transition. So I'm buffing this all into the crease and sort of just above my crease because I have hooded eyes. I wanted it above the crease. Then I'm taking this beautiful maroon shade and I'm doing the same thing except bringing it down closer to the crease, and you can sort of be quite messy with this because you've got the tape on the edge. It's all going to look really clean and crisp anyway. And then I did just take some more matte white shade just to blend along the brow bone to make sure the shades hadn't gone too far up. Then I'm going in with the black from the palette and I'm building this up into the outer V. So as you can see, I'm taking it quite closely to the tape and I'm building it up along my lash line so that it's kind of like a winged look, and I'm using the excess product through the crease. And then just taking more of the maroon and adding some more color because some of it got blended away. And then back in with the black, I decided to do a halo eye, so I'm just adding this all into the inner part of the eye and yeah, just blending it up and then through the crease. And then once again going in with the maroon shade and making sure that I still have a nice amount of pigment through that crease. Then taking some MAC Fix Plus, I'm using this beautiful champagne color and I'm just applying this to the very center of the eyelid where I didn't apply any other shades. And this is what's going to create the halo eye. And then I'm just taking the brush I used to apply the black with no extra product and blending out the edges. Then I took my finger with some really light shimmery shade and it's kind of like a really light goldy shade, and I just applied that over the top just to make it a little bit brighter in the center. And then for my eyeliner, I'm using my Sigma Black Gel Liner and I'm using the Sigma eyeliner brush and I'm just doing a nice winged liner. It's super easy with the tape, so yeah. Then you can remove the tape and I applied that same gel liner into my tight line to make my lashes look thicker. Curled my eyelashes, applied a coat of the Maybelline Colossal Go Leather Black Mascara, and then I used the Vegas Nay Shining Star lashes. Then back onto the face, I'm concealing my under eyes and highlighting the center of my face with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush to blend it all out. And then to set my face in the center, I'm using my Face of Australia Loose Translucent Powder and just pressing that and buffing it all into the concealed areas. And then to set the outer parts of my face, I'm using a powder from my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. Then I'm taking the contour shade from the NYX palette and using a Sigma small contour brush and just applying this to my cheekbones and around my forehead and underneath my chin and my nose. Then I'm using the blush in the middle. It's a little bit shimmery and it's really beautiful, and I'm applying it to the apples of my cheeks and blending it back. And then I took the lighter highlight shade, and I'm obsessed with this highlight. It's absolutely gorgeous. I honestly love it. I think NYX should bring it out as a separate product. Then for the lips, I'm taking a Tarte lip liner. I think it's in the shade Rage, but I'm just outlining my lips, and then I go in with a Tarte lip paint. This one's like a mauvey kind of purpley shade, and I liked it, but I wanted to make it sort of ombre, so I took a lighter lip paint and just applied it to the center of my lips, and I really like the effect that this gave. So I applied it and then just used my finger to blend out the edges. And then back onto the eyes, I'm taking that light brown shade I used first and just buffing it all the way underneath my lower lash line. Then I just took the maroon shade once again on the same brush and just buffed that underneath the lash line as well. And then going in with the black and just doing the same thing, except keeping this one a little bit closer to the lash line and joining it up in that outer corner. I then took the same colour that I used in the centre of the lid, that nice champagne-y colour, and just started applying that to the lower lash line, just in the inner portion. And then I went in with a really light highlight shade and I applied it to the inner corners, but I decided it wasn't jazzy and glamorous enough, so I took some glitter. This is from LA Splash, and I just applied that to the inner corners. And then I just coated my lower lashes, and that finished the look, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I love how it came out, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.